we want to know, like, what inspired you as an entrepreneur to start your own media team? What gave you the drive to actually step out on your own and say, hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start my business.
Well, it wasn't just one thing. It was accumulation of multiple things. But basically, I was working at my own at another marketing company, and the way they were running things was just unethical. It was in multiple ways unprofessional. And I was in a really bad relationship, so it was like accumulation of a lot of negativity. And then it was finally like, enough. I'm done with this. And so my background is politics. Like, that's what my degree is.
Right.
So when I left that marketing company, it was like I'm going to take a job offer at the city. It was a really nice job offer. It was like, hey, I'm gonna have a really nice salary, and I don't have to be in this relationship anymore, and I'm just gonna leave. The next day, the employees from that old marketing company were like, "Hey, since you're gone, we don't want to work here anymore."
So basically, dang, they just all jumped ship.
Yeah, it was like, do you have jobs for us? And I was like, no, I have a job with the city. I'm not hiring.
Right, I'm going to.
I can't afford you guys. I'm not going to do anything. And then about the day after that is I started getting phone call after phone call after phone call of the old marketing company's clients saying, hey, are you going to start your own thing? Because we put in our notice to cancel with that other guy. We signed up because of you. If you're not going to be there, we're not going to be with that company. So are you starting your own thing, or we'll have to go somewhere else?
Wow.
And I was like, well, I guess I can start my own thing.
Yeah, you have to turn into a boss for a second.
So I was like, okay. And then I was thinking about it, like, I really could do things right with marketing because I knew basically everything what not to do.
Right, you learned that. You learned that at your prior situation.
And so I wrote up exactly what my goals were with the new company. So with Mad Media, it was everything that the other company was not. So that's why in my logo it says local, professional, and ethical, because those are the three pillars that I started the new company on.
Right.
And so it wasn't planned at all. I just saw an opportunity and I grabbed it.
Nice. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's how it happens for all of us. Like, when I started my companies, I mean, you get tired of working you get tired of working with certain people, and, they promote certain people that they shouldn't be there. And me too, like, I just stepped out, I think that's how it starts. A lot of small businesses start. But what was the biggest challenge for you? Like, just shifting from working for somebody else to running your own thing, like everything being on you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was a mixture of like excitement, like, okay, I get to start my own thing, and then like a lot of scariness there because the old company did the traditional marketing with the big cameras and the full-on productions where one video would take hours and hours and hours. And the way I wanted to start mine was doing simple TikTok. So everything had to go from the big traditional productions that I was used to holding a phone.
Right.
And then having, like, it was a shift not only
from big studio equipment to using what we use every day.
The cell phone,
right.
yeah.
Hey, quick and easy.
So the clients that I was used to working with, they signed up with me, and then I show up and I just have a phone, and it was embarrassing and scary, and then figuring out all of the back end business stuff, like how to file an LLC, how to get insurance, what actually is supposed to go into payroll, and figuring out what to price things, all of that. And so it was really scary, and the pain, you don't forget. The pain doesn't let you forget the early beginnings of that. So anybody I knew who had more knowledge than me, I set up coffee meetings. Like every day, I would set up 2 appointments for the next day. So every day, at least 2 meetings of somebody I knew that. Because there's only so much information that you can get from Google and YouTube and stuff like that.
Right.
You need people who are actually doing it, not just
who have real
online
life
gurus.
experience.
And
Right.
so if everybody consistently said the same thing, then I would go that route. So it's like, okay, these 3 people I respect all say I need to do X. So that's exactly what I would do.
Right.
And that helped tremendously. So I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I just sought other people's guidance and counsel
Nice.
with that. That's how I got started.
Nice.
Right.
Well, I when you don't realize you like things. I'm gonna make my own hours. I'm gonna make my own schedule. I'm gonna be my own boss. But share with our viewers a little bit about like what I want is a real like how is it running a social media company? Like how many hours you put in? How you know what it actually takes to get started.
Yeah, I mean, the hours, like I'm a workaholic, so I put in a lot of hours no matter what I'm doing. If
Right.
it's working, reading, studying, I put in the effort, because if you don't put effort in, you're not going to get anything out.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but starting it, like, you know, if there's some business owners where they grew up around business,
Right.
so they know
They have
more
natural
what
skills.
to put in.
They have
Yeah,
natural skills. They
and
grew up
and in
around
my
it.
household, it was there were no. I didn't grow up around a business
Atmosphere.
atmosphere.
Right.
So
a lot of people don't. So,
yeah. So it was in some ways, you know, a disadvantage there. So I have to put in more effort. Whatever you don't know, you have to put in more work, sweat equity
Right.
into things. So that's how it was with me. And then how it is running a marketing company. I mean, no day is the same.
Yeah.
We
It's
have
always something different.
we have over 30 clients now, and it ranges from, you know, prim and proper attorney and law offices and doctors' offices to contractors. So I'll be up at 3 a.m. to record time-lapse videos of concrete drying, literally concrete pours
wow.
and concrete drying. So then I have to, like, my car is full of different outfits because I have to be on a roof filming and then be in a doctor's office at 8 a.m.
Totally different.
One of my
Yeah.
clients has his own private jet, and he wants us to record a team meeting that they're going to have on there and fly off to another state. And so we got to be on a plane at 7 a.m, and then we have to be on a construction site in that afternoon.
Oh, wow.
So I have to like have all of the different outfits ready to go. And then the sales meetings in between, and I can't do sales like in regular work clothes. Like being
Yeah,
a female, I
right.
have to look proper. So it's like everything's like my car's a mess.
So
She's like my wardrobe room is a mess.
There's like multiple outfits in there.
See that's exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Pull back the curtain and really see what it is to run a media company like
Right.
yours. You know, that's awesome. I think that people we think the bosses are just paid and chill, but you know all the work that you put in to build Man Media and what we're seeing in the market for you and you guys and all the companies you guys are actually helping. What separates Mad Media from all these other? Because you know there's a lot of social media companies, but what separates you guys from everybody else?
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, there's multiple different ways of marketing, and my company specializes we focus on Reels and TikToks. There aren't too many businesses that offer just that.
yeah.
A lot of companies offer Google and SEO and ads, and those are good. You still need those, but there are very few companies that focus on Reels and TikTok. A lot of, I would say, they're more like solopreneurs, and they're more the influencer type businesses, and they make the content, but that content doesn't belong to the business. It belongs to the influencer.
Right.
And they post on their own page, and then they tag you, and that's what you pay them for, is them basically inviting you to collaborate on their content. That content doesn't belong to you. The content that we make belongs to our clients. It goes onto their pages, and their social media pages grow. And then the other time, it's like where we would say kind of a competitor. It's really just college students who are just wanting to experiment with the platforms and get out there and mingle with business owners, and so they'll make reels and TikToks. But actual companies where the sole focus is reels and TikToks, I could only name a couple, and most of them are just most of the time solopreneurs, because most of the other companies still offer the traditional huge production type videos,
Right.
that cost thousands per video, and we'll make 30 videos a month for some clients.
Oh, wow.
It's not, you can't have each video cost thousands of dollars. It's already 50 grand right there for 1 month's worth of
Right.
content.
The way we consume content these days,
Yeah.
it just doesn't make sense.
It's an everyday thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so what we tell our clients all the time is, like, let's say it goes viral, because a lot of clients get like excited, like, oh, cool, I went viral. It's like, I always remind them, we're relevant for the next 48 hours, maybe.
Wow.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
this viral video is going to last us 2 days.
Right.
We have to come up with the next viral idea like now.
Yeah.
So
Like right when it comes out, you gotta start planning.
we
for
got
the
to
next-
start planning for the next type.
Yeah,
So
it's crazy. It's crazy how social media is just, we consume content so fast.
Right.
And we're
Yeah.
on to the next one.
that's where my political background helped, because I would write speeches for candidates, and that was one of the rules. You have about 3 seconds for somebody's attention and to get them to view you favorably or not. So audiences already know if they're going to vote for you or not vote for you 3 seconds into your speech.
Got you.
And so it's the same with social media, maybe even less than 3 seconds, because think of how often you scroll. You already
Right.
know whether you want to watch that video. And like for me, it's about a split second.
Right, you gotta get their
So,
attention.
So that's what we have to come up with. Like, I had one client the other day, and he said, how do I get followers?
Oh God.
And I said, we can do this one of several ways. We can buy them. It'll hurt your page, but the followers are there. And some people want to go that route. 'Cause-
Really?
You can actually purchase. I didn't know that.
Yeah. They don't
You can purchase
care.
people.
Yeah.
Buy people to
You
follow
can
you.
buy
Yeah.
followers.
Yeah.
It hurts your page, but for some people, it doesn't matter that the engagement is low and the page is flagged. They just want to be able to show somebody else in a negotiation room, look how many followers I have.
Right.
And that's a good enough for them. Because with larger corporations, they still don't understand how social media works. So if you just show your business and look how many followers I have, they don't really dive into whether you bought them or not.
Yeah.
That might change, of course, but that's an option. We can buy them. The other option, again, but it's going to hurt your page if what you're looking for is customers and engagement and comments and shares and all of that. Then I wouldn't buy them. The other way is like, get a girl in a bikini and have them all jump around. You'll get a bunch of followers
God,
like that.
yeah.
But,
Okay. Well, it may not match up with your brand, but yeah.
but then at the same time,
For real.
is that the branding you want? And then the other way is it's just a slow, natural, organic
Yeah. Takes
following,
time.
and it takes time, and it's not gratuitous. It's not fast as people want it, but it happens. If you follow our plans and how we do things, it grows. It's just not as quickly as some clients would want it. But like I said, there are ways. We'll grow it. It's how do you want it?
Right.
Why are you wanting to grow it? Are you in a meeting with corporations where you're wanting to get sponsorships? Are you somebody who really just wants to get to that following so that you get sponsored ads and get paid by Facebook and Instagram? Or do you want customers who are following you for your content, and then eventually they become clients of yours? So that's what we tailor each package for our clients. Is like, okay, why are we here? Why are we meeting?
Yeah.
And we've gotten to the point where we're picky about who we add onto our network, because not all business owners are in it for the right reason.
Yeah. So, I mean,
And so, if you're not in business for the right reason, then we don't work with them.
yeah,
Right.
so if your moral compass doesn't align with other companies, you just don't add them. Is that could you say that? Like if
Yeah,
you guys
no,
don't
most-
align business ethics wise or what you guys stand for,
Mm-hmm.
you really don't take a client on. Mm-hmm. Well, that says a lot about your brand, because it shows your passion
Right.
It shows you're passionate, not just say we're here to make
take the money.
Take any
We're
client.
just here to take money
Yeah.
and give you a subpar product. So that says a lot about your company. With that being said, I mean, you must get clients just knocking on your door every day because, I mean, social media is the future. I mean,
Right.
if any of us know and any of us do business, I know X, you mess with that on your real
Yeah.
estate. You know, I do it on my, 3 companies I run. Social media is the future. Are you seeing the market like? Because the old heads just want to do conventional radio, TV. They just want to do conventional marketing. But man, social. Have you seen a shift in the market for people just running to social media, trying to get marketing plans?
A little bit. We've seen more people call for services. Not necessarily. It's not like a boom in business where it's like, oh my gosh, we're growing so fast, I don't know how to keep up. It's not so much that because we're still a business. We charge. So I'll get calls 2 to 3 times a day about services, but then when I tell them the price, they're like, and that's what I tell people. I think of my company as kind of like a maid service. We're like a cleaning company. Nothing we do is extravagant. Like anybody can do it, but if you're gonna have us do it, we're gonna charge you. And
right, nobody wants to work
somebody's
for free.
somebody's gotta get done. Somebody has to do your social media. Either you do it and you take the time to do it, or you pay us to do it and we'll get it done. And so a lot of people, and then with inflation, like some people think that in their head it should be this price. And it's like, well, yeah, that was the price maybe about 4 years ago, but it's a different price now. So we'll get calls all the time. But we're like I said, we're picky about who we add. And San Antonio is the biggest small town in the world. So there's a
Hey, what are you trying to
What did
say?
you say about San Antonio?
The biggest small
The
town.
biggest small town. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
like everybody knows
everybody knows
everybody.
each other, yeah.
So there's certain people where it's like if you're associated with so and so, we don't do business with you.
I got you.
Like
Yeah.
so
just like that.
it's like you worked with so and so. Okay, well maybe this company will be a good fit for you, but that's not us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter how much they're gonna pay. But so we're seeing an uptick, but it's not necessarily booming because everybody wants it's like, oh, I could just do that myself. Like, okay, go ahead and do it yourself.
Right.
Because it is easy and simple.
So kind of adding on to Mark's question, he mentioned, a lot of people are used to the conventional marketing, TV, just ads here and there. Have you ever dealt with a client that just wants the marketing that you offer through Reels, TikTok? Are they necessarily ready for that? Camera ready? It's not easy to be on camera and actually be able to just, catch everybody's attention. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, that's part of the onboarding and coaching process that we have. So we'll guide some of our clients like, okay, we'll make it really simple for you. This is all you have to do. If that still doesn't work, we have certain options like we have AI narrator, we have voiceovers, we have we'll even hire actors to be in your stead. So it's like if you really don't want to be on camera, then we'll have models wear your company shirts and be the spokesperson. But we've had a couple of clients where no matter what we did, it just didn't work, so it wasn't a good fit, and it was just social media is not
Yeah.
because in certain industries, in certain service industries, it has to be you. You can't have somebody else be in your stead, kind of like with realtors.
Yeah.
And some of our clients put in that effort to be the best on camera. So they've gotten hair extensions and veneers and implants, and they hired voice coaches and speech therapists and people that really get them set for these videos. Right. And that's what we advise. Like, if you really want to be established as a subject matter expert, you have to sound it.
Yeah.
And that's not something that we can do for you. But we've had we're adding on a private investigator. He's the one who knows all of the ins and outs of private investigating, but we can't show his face on.
I got you. Yeah.
So he was like, hey, I've gone to companies and they're all telling me I have to be in the videos. Like, oh, well, we've got a bunch of options for you. That's no problem for us,
Yeah.
And then I have some clients where it's against their religion to show their face.
Oh, wow.
So we have solutions for them too. And, a lot of times we'll just show hands, but we have options. But again, with certain service industries, it's not for them.
So how is it? I mean, like you said, sometimes you just got to tell them, hey, you're not ready for social media. Is that kind of tough, accepting a client first, giving them the coaching, and then having to turn them down like, hey, this?
Yeah, of course you want the business. You want it to work out for both of you, but, sometimes it just, you can't make a square fit into a circle.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I feel that.
I think a lot of times, people are just stuck in their comfort zone, Like when it's hard. I know us doing social media with you, a lot of times we try to get everybody involved in the building because it's nice for people to see it online and then come in and see Felipe, come in and see Pearl.
Right.
But I mean, what you do as far as coaching and stuff is amazing because you can see the videos when we started, I think 4 years ago, to the videos now. I mean, some of the stuff is like, man, let's get rid of that video. Don't get.
We've grown too. I picked up a camera and I was like, if this teenager can make a viral video, then I can.
Right.
So it's like, it can't be that hard. So when I see people who I know are dumb and they're making more money than me, then I have no excuse.
Right.
Let's just get to it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well then they're doing it, so you got to figure it out. But yeah, early on it was like, what am I doing?
Right. But now, I mean, you see some of the stuff me and Felipe are creating. I'm like, dude, that's like our actual conversation. We look so comfortable. It's like nobody's there. So,
yeah, it takes
it's
practice.
awesome after all the coaching that you do, with your clients. But with the market, I want to just switch gears a little bit and kind of go back to a subject we just talked about. The market changes. We're consuming content so much.
Yeah.
How do you stay ahead of your competition or ahead of the market? What things do you do to just, like, we got AI coming out. Like, how integrated with AI is your company, or what are you guys doing just to stay ahead of your competition?
Yeah, for sure. So to touch on the latter point first with AI, I wish I could use more AI than we are or than we can right now, because our videos are geared specifically to our clients. So if there's something going on in San Antonio or in Austin and it has to do with Fiesta, or it has to do with the Riverwalk, or in Austin it has to do with the festivals that they have there, AI doesn't know about those things.
Right.
Yeah.
It just knows about basic, here's 3 things you should say to your customer. Well, that's not specific to our client. So we really can't use it now. That's not to say we won't be able to in the future, but right now it's really limited because everything we do is so specific to our clients and their industry. And then the other thing is when it comes to what was the first question?
Staying ahead of your competitors.
Staying ahead. We are always in communication with our clients. Okay, what's going on now? Like, a lot of the ideas honestly come from a little bit of what our clients are dealing with on the day-to-day.
Right.
And then we take that and then we make something creative out of it, because we're switching gears so often. We can't be experts in everything. So we can't know everything about real estate law and then know everything about putting rebar in a tunnel under a school and then digging tunnels in a house. And so, like, okay, we can take something you're dealing with right now and then make a video out of it. So we're always in communication with our clients. We don't just film and then say, okay, bye, see you, a couple months from now. Almost every day we're in communication, getting content and ideas, and we take a little bit and then we make something good out of it.
Right.
But yeah.
I think yesterday somebody walked in the shop at 6:15 and I was like, "Can I get an estimate?" I thought about the video that we had just shot, like, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
just
true. I mean, you guys create great content for tailored to the actual business. I think that was one of the biggest things for me, because I had a social media company prior. And
The one I worked for, or the other one?
Your old company. But a lot of that stuff was card stock. A lot of that stuff, I mean, we'd get like maybe one video, you know, if they showed up. But
And it was just
a lot of that stuff just didn't go nowhere. It didn't create leads. It didn't create brand. It wasn't a branding element. I mean, it's crazy that the content that you create, people are like, literally, they're like, "Hey, I seen Felipe on TikTok. He's a TikTok star." Like it's organic, you know?
yeah, it actually gets out there. It's stuff that people want to watch, and it's short. It's not, like it's self-gratifying to see long videos of yourself, but that's not what the customer wants to see. Again, they make a decision in a few seconds. So some of our customers are like, "Oh, we pay this really high fee. Yeah, we got 8, 12, 16 videos, but each video is like a few seconds."
Yeah.
That's exactly, we put a lot in those few seconds. Your customer seeing that is going to call because of what they've seen in a few seconds, not because of what they've seen over hours of footage. So nobody does that.
Right, like the short reels.
Nobody watches.
Unless it's a podcast, of course.
Right.
You know, because podcasting, believe it or not, podcasting is another marketing tool that businesses have to get hip to, because what we're seeing in the market, it's podcasting is really taking over.
I'm of the idea and mindset that you have to do everything, all marketing.
Right.
Because when you think of an industry like personal injury law, who do you think of first? You think of Thomas J. What's Thomas J doing? He's not just doing TV and radio. You see him on the buses. He's still doing paper ads. He's still doing
billboards.
The billboards, social media, community events, guest speaking. Like, he's everywhere. And that's what I tell everybody. You have to do that. You can't just do social media. You can't just do website and Google ads. You have to do everything. It's what's affordable.
Right.
What makes sense. Like, okay, your budget's only, 20,000. Okay, this is where you're going to spend your money. That's what we consult with. So if somebody says, "Hey, this is my budget," we'll make it according. With us, social media is usually like the first step because it's the cheapest, as opposed to getting a billboard. I had one client the other week, and he called and he said, "Well, I have this budget. I put it all in a billboard." He put it all in one billboard. I was expecting clients from it. And it's like, oh my God. So that's like step number 3 or 4 in marketing. That's not the first step.
So you kind of manage where they put their marketing money at.
Yeah.
Where they where they're going to do radio or TikToks or billboards.
Yeah, and I've had clients where they've grown with us and they want to upgrade what we're doing at Mad Media, and I tell them, no, like we've grown you, and now you need to do Google ads, or now you need to do radio. Now we need to host a second grand opening event. We need to put things into TV commercial. Once they do all that, then they upgrade with us again. But I don't take their money just because we're doing well. They have more money to spend. It's like, no, it needs to be spread out. We need to do all the marketing.
Right.
So that's where we guide our clients to when they've reached that step.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I feel like y'all are quiet.
That's what I'm saying. I need some help.
We're getting into it.
I need some help, boy.
I got you.
Now, what keeps you motivated? What keeps you motivated on a day-to-day basis just to come in and do what you do?
God. Just
God.
yeah.
Big
just,
reason.
For real.
No, I get up and my favorite Bible verse is I can't even think of you know which one it is, the parable of the servant bearing his coins.
Right.
And I have to be a good steward of the time that I'm given. So I can't be squandering the talents that I have. I have to multiply them. So it's a combination of motivation to please God, but also not be punished.
Right.
So that's how I think of like every day when I wake up. It's like not only am I happy to do what I do, but it's also it's the fear of disappointing my creator. So it's a combination of the two. When they work in tandem, it's a really productive day, and sometimes one feeling will outweigh the other, and I just roll with it. But that's every day, and I even rest purposefully. So it's like this hour to this hour is going to be taken to recharge, so that the next day I'm even more productive. But it's not like okay, now I can party and squander my time. It's a dedicated time to rest,
Right.
so that I keep going. But,
Come back to life.
So
So as Mad Media grows and as your company grows, what's the future look like for Mad Media? Say the next 5 to 10 years. What do you guys got?
yeah, so right now we're expanding more and more to Austin. So we're gonna have an office out there shortly. Hire a team out there so that we're not
nice.
right now.
Oh,
We're
wow.
commuting back and forth. Thank you.
Nice.
we're driving a lot right
Right.
now.
All right. So understanding that, Reels, Instagram Reels, TikTok, they're all a different type of video style. I know you say you do recordings and stuff like that. Do you do certain recordings with your clients, or do you just do one video, post them all 3 ways? Or, do you kind of set your clients a certain type of...
Well, yeah, I mean, so usually our clients will pick 3 of 5 platforms. So, like, we don't service Twitter, but we do Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So depending on what their business is, they'll usually pick 3 out of those 5. Some want to do all 5. And what we do is we record and then we optimize per platform. So Facebook likes Facebook captions, Facebook hashtags, uploaded a certain way using certain buttons, because one thing is, like, if you schedule a reel on Facebook, it gets posted as a video, which we're getting a little technical, but there's certain ways to upload on Facebook. And then Instagram likes Instagram captions, Instagram hashtags, YouTube likes YouTube captions. So we will optimize per platform.
Yeah.
So we take that one video, we edit it a little bit on one platform, and then we finish it in each of the social media platforms, so that if it's going to go viral, we're doing everything in our power to make sure that it does. And it's not flagged for any sort of reason that, like, oh, well, the Facebook one didn't go viral because you used Instagram captions on it. So we'll optimize it per platform like that. And that's where a lot of our time goes into.
So how is it keeping up with the trends? That's not easy. There's multiple trends going on at one time. How do you keep up with the trends when it comes to businesses?
So we actually
aside from,
don't do trends, and we don't do like TikTok dances.
Yeah.
And we
No,
don't
of
do
course.
like, so, because if once you see it, it's already old.
Right.
So I don't like copying what's been seen. What we do is a lot of, what I generally do is you have a package of so many videos, right? So typically 8. We'll do 4 of them that are straightforward tips and informational things that are a little bit more serious, things like what I call walkie-talkies. So like they're walking and talking about certain things. And then the other 4 we'll make a little more humorous. So it's not a trend, but it's a little bit more on the funny side.
Right.
And a lot of times it's role playing. So it's like, okay, you're going to be the customer, you're going to be you, and reenact a scenario that you deal with every day, but we're going to exaggerate it a little bit, make it a little more satirical. And that's your funny video.
Yeah.
Or we'll see something it might have been trending like a year ago, and we'll revamp it. And we'll start our own trend. So a lot of times we'll go onto TikTok and we'll see people copying us exactly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did something good after that.
Yeah.
So would you say TikTok's the main platform that you use, or is it you use TikTok the most, or Instagram, Facebook, or would you say?
The top 3: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It's you of those 3, Facebook and TikTok. It really depends on the company.
And so with that band coming out that they say they're coming out with, how do you feel about that?
TikTok ban.
The
TikTok ban that they're talking about canceling TikTok. What
It's because
what are your insights?
every national election year they say they're going to do that, so I don't believe it. It's one of those things, like it's one of those empty promises, I guess, that they're going to ban it because they want to focus on, security. It's a false sense of security. I have some clients and they'll say, well, I want you to run my Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, but I don't want you to do TikTok because they do surveillance on me. They all do surveillance on you. They all share your information.
Right.
And then even if you don't have social media, if you are around people who have social media, it's watching you if it really wants you. And it doesn't because you don't have enough money, you're not high enough in politics, and you don't have any government secrets that they want. So it's like, actually, you're not that important. They don't want your information. You don't have enough zeros in your bank account, so get over yourself. But the other thing is, even if they do ban it, one, we have all of the other platforms because we specialize in 5 of them. So it'll just go down to 4. And then the other thing is, whenever I've seen a platform get banned, some other one pops up. So if they ban TikTok, they'll just come up with another one. Yeah. So we don't worry about it.
It's all about money. Yeah. So when it comes to your audience, either if it's a younger audience, a older audience, you kind of scale your business in a certain aspect for each audience, regardless if it's an older audience or a younger audience.
No,
your clients.
Not really, because old or young, they still have that same attention span.
I got you. I guess what I'm trying to say, like your content creation, because for the younger audience, we're into more, like you said, humorous.
No,
what are you saying about us? What are you trying to say? Well, like the last.
Hey, I ain't trying to get into those. That's over here. I'm sorry.
It's not. That's not a thing.
They all looked at me like, "Hey, hold on."
That's not a thing. What it is the industry.
Okay.
So it's going to be more serious for attorneys, not because they have an older audience. It's because you want your professional in court in front of a judge to be somebody who knows the law, not somebody who knows a TikTok dance.
Right. I got you. I got you.
It's more the industry rather than the age of the customer.
I got you.
Yeah. So if you're like, have y'all seen like the slime TikTokers? Like they sell the slimes and the gooey stuff and the stickers and the glitter and all that.
Yeah.
You don't want that person to be serious.
Right.
You want it to be fun because it's a fun product. So it's more about the client rather than their audience. And we still have the same formula for creating the content.
I got you.
Yeah.
So, we talked about Mad Media, and we got a little personal on what motivates you. But how do you ensure balance in your life? With your work life and your personal life. How do you how's that balance for other entrepreneurs coming up? Because I think when you first start, it's super crazy. You're just all in on your business. But tell us, how do you balance work and not work, or do you think you're working all the time?
I think I'm working all the time.
You gotta give yourself a break.
You're always
I'm trying to think of.
You're always grinding then.
Usually, like,
like there's got to be a stopping point sometime,
Right.
No, I think but sometimes when you run your business, like I've gotten more into turning it off.
Yeah.
I'm 6-7 years in business, and I found a balance for myself, for my sanity.
Yeah.
But there's times where she's right. I mean, you don't turn it off.
Right.
But you gotta, in order for you to stay,
motivated.
Yeah, to avoid burnout.
Off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, so
do you ever just
I don't,
turn off your media completely and just shut down and just say, hey, for 2 days I'm just not gonna deal with media? Because I mean that's what you do. I mean it's hard,
Yeah.
to
My
find that
mind's
balance.
always going, and I get bored really, really easy. Like I do not work on Sundays because that's the day set aside for God and for worship. So I don't work on Sundays. But otherwise, Monday through Saturday, I'm always working. Like, and it's not necessarily on Mad Media. When I'm not working at Mad Media, then I'll be reading. When I'm not reading, I work out. And when I'm not doing that, I'm usually with like my cousins or something
Always
like
doing
that.
something.
So, but yeah, I'm always doing something, and it's usually like scheduled. So right now, no, because I'm on. If I start to do anything outside of that, then I have like guilt that I could be
Yeah.
working.
Yeah, you started to have remorse. No, sometimes I feel like that. Like, I see Felipe hustling. Like, I see him hustling and running and gunning, and I just came off of a training or a vacation where I'm doing self stuff, learning accounting or whatever, and I see these guys. They're like in the midst of dealing with
Yeah.
some bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel guilty.
Well,
you know?
it's not guilty like for my employee, and no, not for my.
Oh, so you don't feel for your
No,
employee?
and more like guilt. Like, wow, I really could have spent that hour making a sale. So that like those 3 hours, the 3 hours I took in the afternoon to like rest instead
Right.
of working, cost me $10,000.
Right.
That's how I
Right.
think of things. So I think of guilt as like maybe with my employees, like I could have given them a raise but instead I took a 3 hour rest where I went to go to the movies.
Right.
You know, so no, I haven't been to the theater in like years.
Dang, you haven't even went out to watch
Yeah.
a movie? Man, but
Because
that's
I
a-
think of it as like it costs me that much money to do something rather than working.
Yeah, no, I believe you. You know,
Time is money.
I know that running businesses and dealing with other business owners.
Yeah.
Like, you deal with multiple business owners.
Yeah, and
I
all their
mean,
personalities.
That's the next question. Let's get the dirt.
Oh
We want the dirt. No, I'm not gonna put nobody on blast here, but yeah, you deal with.
We don't have to name names. Just kidding.
We can speak silently on their behalf. Yeah.
No, you deal with multiple business owners, and I mean, we don't sleep, you know. And I think I'm the same as you. I've just learned this last year.
Yeah.
I think I've gotten better at creating a balance for my family, and even my friends. Just turning it off and saying, you know what, screw it, because how I have learned is there's always going to be something to do. Like, I'm always going to have money to be made. It's not stopping. Like, you think if I get all this done, I'm going to... No. You're always going to be hustling. There's not a time as an entrepreneur where there's not going to be a new opportunity.
Right.
Where there's going to be not going to be money to be made. Where there's not going to be people reaching out for your advice.
Right.
Like, I do a lot of coaching with other, and I don't even call it coaching. I'm just transparent with
Right.
people, you know. But there's time I've learned for me to have great mental health or just to be a positive person. I gotta turn this shit off.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I literally gotta say, okay, I'm worried about me. You know?
Yeah, and that's where I said like I have like a routine where I rest because I know that I'm just gonna have a burnout. So I know like my capacity is after 12 hours of working, I can't work anymore because the effort that I put in is not 100%.
Right.
So yeah, that I've timed everything. I've kind of gotten it down to a.
That's still business, Madeline.
So it's like this is my rest.
This is my schedule. This is 10 minutes. I'm gonna take care. No, I'm just talking about like waking up and saying, you know, screw it. Let's go to the beach. Let's go watch a movie.
Some vacation time.
You know what I mean? But of course, I mean, I don't want to get too personal. You're a woman in business, and there is what everybody can act like it's not there, but there is a certain difference when you're a businessman and a businesswoman. So I kind of want to get into that. What advice do you have for young women coming up in business, being an entrepreneur, and how the market looks? Like,
So women coming up in business are going to have an unfair advantage because men actually want to work with women faster than they want to work with other men. And that's just the reality.
I don't believe that because
Really?
I seen some girls posting or like I seen some people saying
Actual business,
Yeah,
not OnlyFans.
no, no. I'm saying I don't believe that because I seen sometimes y'all just get a call like you'll get a call because somebody likes the way you look.
Not
And-
me. I don't give off that energy.
No, but I'm saying for
women,
young women
yeah.
as business owners, you'll get a call because people really just waste your time. They really ain't looking for a house.
Right.
They ain't looking for a service. They're really just trying to to act like they want something, but really
Just
they
take the
want
money.
something else.
So I've had a couple of those, I guess, in the past where they're like they wanted to do business because they thought eventually that they either would build up the nerve to ask me out, or that it would lead to somewhere like working with me, then a relationship would come out of it.
Right.
And I saw that at the beginning, like, so I just took the money, serviced him, and it never went anywhere. And then eventually, he just put in his notice to cancel, and it canceled. And you knew it was not going to go anywhere. After a while. So, like,
Right.
am I supposed to not take the money? Because
Right.
No, I'm just asking, like,
Yeah.
how do you navigate the space? Because it's different for us. Like, nobody just comes and works for Marcos.
that's
'cause
why
they wanna
women
get to know
have
me,
an
you know
unfair
what I mean?
advantage.
Yeah, y'all do. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, what advice you have for other women coming up and they want to start their own business? What advice do
Do
you
it.
have?
And take the money.
There you go. You heard it here first. Do it and take the money.
Take the money.
Hell yeah.
Don't sell your dignity. I've never sold
Right.
my dignity. I've never compromised on my morals. But
Right.
like the reason I dye my hair is because I will get less pushback about the price when my hair is lighter than when it's darker.
So you go all the way into.
Like I noticed
do
that if
research
I
on
because
that.
I'm not like I'm a female, but I'm not into particularly vain of like, oh, I have such a low confidence, I have to step out in heels and get surgeries and look a certain way because I don't have confidence. I literally do it because I can charge more in a sales negotiation when I have better clothes, hair's combed, like makeup's on, expensive heels. People, and not just men, women too, won't question the price if you present yourself a certain way, and that's just sales. So it's like and men necessarily can't do that. Women can.
You're right. No, she's got a point. I mean, like in my business in real estate, you know, or I guess you got to sell yourself, you know, and I can get outbeat by a fine realtor.
Yeah.
Just say, you know, I'm working.
And that's just the reality.
Ain't lying.
Yeah, I mean,
it's-
I'm working with the client, you know, like a couple, a man and a wife and husband, you know, and it might just be a fine realtor. They want to, or even a single man. Let's say
Yeah.
that, you know, I'm trying to work with a single man. They see a mighty fine realtor, you know, they're gonna go with her over me just because she's fine.
Yeah, and that's something that my boyfriend and I talk about a lot. He said, "You want your sales to go up, get breast implants."
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
And it's
yeah.
like,
But the thing is, at that point, they're not really looking. That goes back to having quality customers,
Right.
Having people line up with
it might
same
not. The
morals
thing
you
is
got.
that it might not be conscious though. It's subconscious. Like a man can be happily married, but they still want to be surrounded by pretty people.
Right.
That's just the reality of it. It's,
Yeah.
They're not.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you no. You know.
Yeah.
Like you don't like. Do you want the marketer who shows up to be well spoken and pretty, or do you want well spoken and they look like they came
Just-
out of
yeah.
like woke up out of the ghetto?
Right.
Like which one?
Yeah. No, I feel that. Yeah.
It's, I'm just being real.
No, that's 100% real. You know what I mean?
And so
it's happening every day.
women think that they have to sell themselves like sexually, like on OnlyFans or be like some sort of degrading thing to be in business. But really, it's like so many sales people are men, and as soon as there's a woman in there, they don't even have to have a skill. It's just because they're a female, they will get the sale. And they're not.
Hey, she's on point. I mean, let's be honest. No, she's like I said, when it goes back to my business, it's just like that, and I've dealt with that. You know, it's I'm in competition with the fine realtor and me myself working with a single man. They're gonna go with the
You
fine
lose
realtor.
every time?
Not every time. Hey, it's all about what you know.
Yeah,
And at
but
the
you
end, it's
have
all
to
about what
work
you know.
harder for that
Yes,
sale then.
Most definitely.
Thing is I do business with a lot of women, but the thing about me, and I tell my wife, I say, women, one, they're loyal.
Yeah.
They're loyal when they
When they found the right man.
when they find a good, I don't care, business partnership, when they find a good person, they're loyal to you.
Oh yeah.
And not just that, they multitask. You could put me on 2 tasks, bro. I'm gonna mess up one.
That ain't what
Right.
Chris Brown said.
What did Chris Brown say?
These hoes ain't loyal.
Because he's running a bunch of hoes.
Yeah.
No, it's not about hoes. I'm
Nah,
talking,
it's
we're,
for-
see,
It's
we're talking
it's
about
just a
business
saying.
women. We ain't
Nah,
talking about hoes. You, you take it all the way back to your hood. Like, nah, bro.
Are we talking about
That's San
business
Antonio.
women or women in relationships? It's
No.
different.
No.
So
Go
go ahead. You're still talking.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's me as a businessman. I realize, and you're right. You haven't. You girls can get in rooms that I can't, but I can influence that room because my business mind.
Right.
So I set the idea. I pump it up, and then let them go close the deal because they got a better success rate than I do.
Yeah.
In certain business rooms. You know, but that being said, if anybody, I know you talked about OnlyFans twice already. You brought it up, so you opened up the door. We're gonna walk right through. If anybody wanted you to film their OnlyFans, is Mad Media available for that?
What? Starting a pot right there.
Oh man.
No.
I mean, OnlyFans, I've never been on there. I've never been on there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But doesn't it have other content besides just
It might,
sexual
but,
content?
But no, I don't agree. And like I hesitated there because I was wondering if any of like my team members would, and because like stuff I don't want to deal with, I'll give to somebody else.
Right.
I don't even think any of my team would either because
Well, one thing that I'm just, I mean, to cut you off, but prior to OnlyFans being converted into a sexual platform, it was once just for businesses.
oh really?
It really, I mean, it was really once for businesses, you know. So
It was?
It was, yeah. Look, that's a fact check for everybody. But prior to women started using it as like a sexualism thing, it was for businesses, and so you still
Wow,
have
I didn't
how
know
business.
so?
Like
So,
they
yeah, how
were
was it used?
OnlyFans that people would just promote their stuff. It's kind of like a Twitter, you know. They go
So
on there.
it was just like a different social media
Yeah,
platform.
once OnlyFans, the owner found out that he could make more, because it was once a thing prior to it being just for women. Once he found out that women, he was able to make more money off women selling themselves on there. You know, but prior to that, he wasn't making money with businesses just trying to go on there and promote their business. It was
Yeah.
once for just businesses.
Yeah, sex sells first.
Yeah, always.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time.
But no,
So,
that thing, I mean, that was just something that I wanted to plug in. You know,
No,
it was
that-
once for businesses.
I'm
you know?
I'm glad you went there, X, because I know Madeline has some exciting news.
What? do I?
For
She's like, we're talking about
we're-
OnlyFans. right?
no.
When are we talking about?
No,
OnlyFans?
it goes side
That's
and side.
exciting. You- what?
Now that you say, you know, it was made for businesses. Madeline's actually been developing.
Oh yes.
Get
Okay.
your plug in. She's like, what? You're gonna announce my OnlyFans? Got him. Payback, Madeline.
For real.
Payback for that.
Hold up.
For that. You know.
You do ugly people. Yeah.
No, what I wanted to plug in right there, because it goes hand in hand with what you said. It was a business platform. Madeline's been working hard, and her partner's been working hard on a new. I'll go ahead and let you explain it, because I only know the gist of it. But you know, plug it in.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm developing. It's called Pair, and it's a business connecting app, and it's
Get it out.
Are you
Well,
still
because
thinking
I'm-
about the OnlyFans? Madeleine, get that out your
no,
head.
it's more like I'm making. I'm pretty sure we can talk about it more fully. So we're
Right.
we're supposed to have late July an official launch party.
Oh, okay.
So we're still confirming dates on that. But basically, the app functions like Tinder. But instead of it being for relationships, it's for business people.
Business.
And I came up with it because I was on Tinder, and I was like, you know, I've worked really hard. I want a relationship. And every time I would match with somebody and they found out what I did, they wouldn't ask me out on a date. They asked for a consultation.
Hey.
I was pissed.
Damn.
I was like, I'm not getting any dates on
You're
this.
like,
just
I'm
getting
trying to
more
get a
clients."
date. I'm trying to get a date. I'm not trying to do business.
I'm not really not trying to work here. I
Right.
just want a date. And here I am setting up appointments for consultations in my office
Yeah.
the next day.
Right.
And I was like, I'm just going to capitalize on this. So yeah, we have it ready. and we're just working out the little kinks on it. And so it's going to be, the goal is to have it nationwide. Right now, it's just going to be launched for San Antonio, a little bit of Austin, but it's ready to download for Apple and Android.
So it's almost like an app, like
Awesome.
you get to, because Tinder, I never had Tinder, but I know you swipe.
You swipe.
On would they be able to just like search or
Yeah.
Okay,
So like let's say.
I'm about to get caught up. I ain't never had Tinder.
I never had Tinder.
Hey, let's
That's
make
what
that
everything
clear.
else- Yeah, make that clear.
Make
I've
that
never had
clear.
Tinder, but like on Tinder, can you search? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess with Pair, you can search. Like, you'll be able to search
so
what you're looking for.
so like you need a plumber. So
Okay.
you
Yeah,
put in
trying
your
to
zip
stir
code
something
where
up.
you are, and it'll.
Yo, hold on. Yeah, I'm being honest. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So you need a plumber. You put in where you live, and it'll show the plumbers in your area. And if you don't like what you see, you swipe
I
left.
got you. Okay.
And if you like this plumber and want him to service for your problem, you swipe right.
I got you. Hey, okay. That's pretty
now,
cool. That's
now
pretty cool.
is that just like visual? Because Tinder's visual. Like you see somebody on Tinder, you don't even read. You're like, nope.
Just
yep.
look at the picture. Yeah.
I know on that platform, you're gonna have more than just visual. You're gonna have what?
We're gonna have ratings. So you'll be bumped up if you're a 5-star plumber. You're gonna go ahead. If you pay premium, you're gonna be one of the first ones shown. If you're in that same zip code as the client, you're gonna be one of the first ones shown. It's once you're on it, you can kind of get the gist of it. But it's like Tinder in that you can put filters of who you want to see. So on Tinder, you can put, I want them to have, it's okay that they have children or, baby mamas, whatever like that. Or you can put on there, no, I only want the ones that you show me to have no children. So it's going to be like that with the app. I only want this kind of plumber. I only want license for X, Y, and Z services. I only want plumbers that have been around for 3+ years. Those filters will be on there.
Price
So-
ranges and stuff. Like the different price ranges and
your
stuff.
price ranges. So it's instead of it being specifics for who you want to match with for a date, it's for the business. So the same filters are going to be on there.
And that's exciting.
Yeah.
That's exciting
That's some
news.
good news.
I know you've been working on it, and we do social event, social like networking events together, and you guys launch it. I just haven't seen. Well, I know you've been working on it, so that's exciting.
Yeah,
news. I just
when
wanted
it's
to plug that in the
100%, that's when
podcast.
I'm going to show everybody. Right now, it's at like 95%.
No,
Yeah.
Madeline, it's probably 100%, but your standards, it has to be like 200.
Yeah. Yes.
You don't know how much content we record that doesn't
It
come
doesn't
out
pass.
because Madeline, and she'll say, "Yeah, I'll post it."
No,
Never
they like it
comes
later.
Come on.
Hey, it'd be like that. It'd be
That's
like
why
that. Yeah.
we need a new editor, guys. No. What you do, you make everything look good. Mad Media is a great company. I just want to wrap this thing up and put it in a nice bow for our viewers. I want to give you a chance to plug in your companies and plug in what you got going on as far as what's coming next for Mad Media.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, again, if anybody has just anybody who wants to increase their online presence, it doesn't even necessarily have to be a business. We can service students who are trying to grow their following to present to universities for like sports scholarships.
Right.
We'll help students out there or any sort of personalities who want to get on larger platforms, get sponsored or land on TV shows, we'll help them out too. So anybody looking to increase their online presence, we either offer packages that are month to month, or we offer training. So we'll just show you how to do it, and then you can just be on your phone recording, and you don't have to worry about dealing with anybody else. You can just record it yourself and then upload it, post it yourself, grow like that.
Cool.
And I'm pretty Googleable. So if anybody ever wants a consultation, you just Google me
Google
or
Mad
Mad
Media?
Media.
Nice.
And
I know you said you had
There we go.
a food truck project coming out there.
Yeah.
I don't want to put out there.
Oh, man.
It may be a little bit too early.
It's a little too early.
Well, it's a little lot too early.
Look forward
My
to
bad.
Yeah.
My bad. That's just
It's coming up. Yeah, we're doing a lot in Bad
Okay.
Media.
Nice.
So more businesses are going to be launched this year.
nice.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're so glad to have you on the platform, Matt. And every time we sit down with you and have a conversation, we learn something new about business, social media. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you
Appreciate
for having
it.
me. I
Thank
really
you. Yes, ma'am.
appreciate y'all's time. All right.